folks over, yeah. A lot of folks have said they were leaving over the course of these last couple of years if Trump got elected. And once again, people assume that that's what I did, incorrectly lumped them in. So this is going to be the second time I'm clearing this up. So here's a clip of me reading the transcript of exactly what I said the first time. It was, I said, you start pointing and saying this person's a rapist and a murderer, it pisses me off. And because I've been part of when they just use blanket statements about black people, or when they use blanket statements to talk about white people or women or any other group, I don't think that's America. I don't want it to be America. Maybe it's time for me to move. Now see, if you want to be mad at me, you want to make jokes, get your facts straight. Just to be clear, I wouldn't leave this country for him to piss all over for any reason. I've been here since the late 1700s.
But you look so good.
Turtle out of shell.
I'm sorry to disillusion you, but, you know, I'm not leaving the country that I was born and raised in. My family spent years trying to get the vote and trying to do all the things that we as Americans are allowed to do. We're allowed to protest. We're allowed to stand up and say we disagree. Whether we agree or not, it's okay. But you don't get to tell me that I'm going. You don't get to make that decision for me. I'm staying. Like they said in Dreamgirls. I'm staying.
So Trump posted that?
Yeah. He made
on Truth Social.
Are they just on Truth because of the race?
Has to be. Yeah, I don't see him on no other app. Trump is
Look
a
at
troll.
that picture of Whoopi. She looks huge.
Trump is a troll.
No, he is.
You know what I'm a little agitated about? That man has something to say to me. He saw a meme. You know who? Saw a meme that said I was leaving the country. People always see these crazy memes that I'm going to leave the country if he gets in there. Somebody else thought I was leaving, was sending suggestions for people to take my place. Look, I'm not going anywhere. Okay? And it's not for the reason, you little snowflake. It's not for the reason you think. He said nobody wanted me. Honey.
We want you, Whoopi.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't matter if no one here wanted me. Thank you. But I know where I'm going to be because I got contracts. So I'm going to be here where I'm wanted for the next couple of years. We'll be right back.
She ate. but wouldn't that contradict all the points of how systematically bad America's been?
That's like if all you do all day is complain about how much you hate at your job, and then they say, well, leave the job. Well, no.
Did they have an actual definition for snowflake? We know what it is on the internet.
Maybe on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, the only thing, well...
Wouldn't they be considered the snowflakes?
Yes.
On internet terms.
100%. That's why I think it was ironic.
Snowflake, a very sensitive person. That's an Urban Dictionary definition.
I have to say that. What was that one host that was claiming racism? Sonny hosting? Wasn't Whoopi co-signing that?
Yes. And they said did she want a reparation?
Of course.
Wasn't Whoopi's last husband a white person?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, the double standard with these
Someone
people.
who is easily hurt or offended by the statements or action of others. So Trump's the sensitive one. All right.
I just Googled. She had 3 white husbands.
3?
3. I'm like, damn.
Well,
she
we
talks
see why
about
it didn't
racism
work
a lot. You know, that's crazy.
Why she don't get help?
But won't marry a black man. What's wrong with the black brother?
A black brother might not mess with that.
It's pretty crazy. You know, she's probably pretty mouthy. You know, she never shuts up on The View. Kind of makes sense why she's been married and divorced 3 times.
You think
who the hell want to hear all that shit all day?
You think a brother gonna shoot a shot at that?
Hey, Whoopi!
Bro, she was in The Color Purple, bro.
Yes. Whoopi Goldberg, I know a lot of old dudes, but come on, bro.
Man,
Whoopi's not an ugly old woman, bro. Don't do that now. Don't do that.
I don't think
She
she's
look
one of
like
the prettier
goddamn
women on
Frank.
there.
She look like Franklin on the show right
Whoopi
now.
was not ugly when she was younger. You guys are y'all.
I seen her on the
I never
Nun.
thought she was that pretty, me personally. Even when I was a little kid, like I would
like
watch movies,
Whoopi?
I'd be like, that's a pretty lady. I never really thought that about Whoopi.
You like Whoopi?
You like Whoopi?
No, she's just not like.
Do you remember her on the
gorgeous.
Nun?
Like we talking about Sunny
Stunningly
Hostin,
gorgeous.
Sunny Hostin pretty, but Whoopi Goldberg is not.
Sunny
Yeah,
On that
Sunny,
level.
yeah,
Let's
Sunny.
not talk about her.
Sunny.
We know how she get.
I'm giving the bean.
She
So
looks
if y'all
good.
see her,
She
y'all gonna
look-
say she just ugly.
I'm not
She's
shooting my
stacked.
shot at that. You shooting your shot at that?
No.
She look like she
shooting your
kicked
shot?
out.
But for older, she look better older.
No, bro.
She look better younger. Now you saying she look better older. Which one
I
is
changed it, brother. I changed it.
Like, go back to
After
that
seeing
picture.
that.
Nigga, this look like an electric shock, nigga. Like, come on.
Talking about Static Shock, the
Static
cartoon.
Shock.
No.
No, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No, that's crazy. We didn't have to do all that, bro.
Bro,
We just,
chill out, bro.
You gotta edit that part out, bro.
Come on now.
No, but I think she cries racism a lot for someone who has been in multiple interracial relationships. Like, if the world is so racist, you have biracial children. I don't understand how you can just like push that narrative. Shouldn't you be more
Cause no black man
on
want
the
that.
opposite side
All
of that?
white men want that.
Colin, you know how like when you were younger, when someone like is something literally, and then you don't say it, and then they call you that. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing pisses people off more than that.
That happens
You're
all the
something
time.
literally, and then you call me that, and I think that's you, and I'm not that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally what they're doing.
That's
outrageous.
That is outrageous.
100%. I think they're grifting.
Well, what's the point of having a conversation if you're saying it's a done deal? You can't do that. It is not a done deal until the people of the United States vote. That's when it's a done deal. But, we have this conversation, twice a week? So you know the question. What do you think?
So I've got to say I agreed with a lot of Fareed Zakaria's take, and I want to underscore, I want Trump to lose. So it's important to me 6 months out with this platform that we have to talk about some very real trends in science that Donald Trump may be far stronger than we think he is. It may be hard for us to wrap our heads around. I personally, someone who's testified against him, has talked about how unfit. It's hard to believe that he still has as much support as he does. One thing he talked about was the economy, and I was trying to make sense of this because obviously he left office in 2020. The economy was in free fall, massive unemployment. But what I think it is I think a lot of voters attribute the pre-pandemic economy to Donald Trump. They don't blame him for the global phenomena that was the pandemic.
How can you blame him for that?
He achieved a lot on the economy.
I just don't understand
It's
it.
just, to me, like when they just do all this talking
They act like
to
he
act, so you don't like Trump, but then you said you're Republican.
She's supposed to be the only
But
Republican
that's what I'm
on
saying.
here.
But so
She
do
ain't
you?
no
I know you
Republican.
don't want Biden. So who do you want?
But-
Hey, you know what? If you vote RFK, it's not a vote for Trump. But if you vote RFK, go RFK. Anybody
it's-
but Biden.
These
Hopefully,
was the
she's doing
same
that.
women probably promoting to shut down the country when COVID was going down.
Facts. I don't understand how you can blame Trump for that. Like I've never understood how people be like, look at COVID. Like what what was he supposed
said
to
how
do?
he handled
That's
COVID.
what I'm saying. Like what was he supposed to do?
How
was
did
trying to
Joe
open,
handle it?
He was trying to open this shit back up.
Y'all said
I
people
feel
was
like that's
dying.
what we needed.
And the fact that now the CDC said that treat the COVID like the flu.
And then
that's what he wanted to do.
And then they just
And he
recalled
was
some of the
crazy when he
vaccines.
said that.
They just recalled some of the vaccines.
They called him a villain and all these things for saying that, and now the CDC, the people who you're getting the same information from within the same breath, said to treat it like a flu. And y'all demonize people for saying that.
Yeah, man. The truth always comes to light. But I don't know, bro. I think they're about to pay for it. There's no way she's a Republican. There's no way that they
She's
actually
not at all.
think these things they say. Someone's paying them to say this. I'm just fully convinced at this point.
But what I think it is I think a lot of voters attribute the pre-pandemic economy to Donald Trump. They don't blame him for the global phenomena that was the pandemic. Joe Biden has objectively achieved a lot on the economy. He did the infrastructure package as well. He has things to brag about. But my problem is this. You did an interview with Aaron Burnett, and he said, actually, you're better off than you think you are. That's a bad message. When people's grocery prices are up by 30%, you're saying, believe me, rather than what your bank account is telling you. He's got 6 months to come up with an inspiring, forward-looking message and get out there and talk about it. And for us, I think it's important. I engage Trump voters, and I don't do it to make them feel shamed or to attack them for where they are, but to talk about what a second term could look like and how dangerous it is. I think that's how we need to be using our
She's not a
voices.
Republican.
And the campaign, the Biden campaign just has to get more active.
Well, I would say when you say the Biden campaign has to get more active. I actually blame the media slightly. We talked last week a lot about how I don't think
doing
people
exactly
are
what you
able
said.
to watch this Trump
Pause it real
trial
quick.
24/7.
They're doing exactly.
There's like a girl that always accuses you of cheating.
And
You
she
know
be
why,
cheating.
y'all? Come on.
Cause she be cheating. That's insane, bro.
That's exactly what this is.
Oh my
I
god.
told you this is bought and paid for.
Didn't they just have over 100,000 people in what city?
New Jersey.
The people have spoken, guys.
100,000 people in New Jersey for what?
Trump
A
rally.
Trump rally.
Oh, for real? Damn.
We talked last week a lot about how I don't think people are able to watch this Trump trial 24/7, like all the time. Like it's a still shot, it's a picture of a door, it's all of this stuff. Now, we're talking about we're in a campaign. We should be hearing more. We always say, why don't we hear from the Biden administration? I don't leave that all on the Biden administration's door. The media needs to cover things. For example, abortion is a winning issue for Democrats, women's reproductive health.
I've
Vice
heard
President
it all.
Harris did an event last week. I couldn't find any coverage on it, and that's a Democrat's winning stance. I also think that there was an asylum regulation decided on with the border. Everyone has agreed the border's a problem. Didn't see any coverage on that
y'all.
because we're busy watching the Donald Trump door not opening.
And don't forget Nikki Haley. Her win. Didn't she win? Didn't
Oh, yeah,
pick up a whole
she
lot
got
of-
like
yeah, y'all talking about-
100,000.
Yeah, but I mean, then also you've
Nobody
got
heard
like
it.
last week, our
did she
incumbent
win?
president stepped in to do a speech on anti-Semitism. They cut to the speech, came back and talked about Donald Trump. So what's happening here is Donald Trump is Donald Trumping us. It's deja vu from 2016, and the coverage,
Everything's
the irony
Trump's
is the
fault.
people covering that news thinks they're getting one up on Donald Trump while they're
Should we go
handing him
from-
a lot of votes because of the coverage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been saying, I agree
Everything's
with you.
Trump's
I've
fault.
been
So-
saying
so-
from
so-
the beginning,
Hold on,
I
hold on,
actually
hold on, hold on.
think
If you think he was doing something that bad and he has more coverage, more people would not vote for him. So if they have all this coverage and they like, people starting to be like, hold on.
They saying that Donald Trump should be getting tried, and then they're saying that there should be media coverage of it, and now they're complaining about how much it's being covered and how it's shooting them in the foot. So really, their own plan is backfiring on them and helping Trump, and now they're blaming Trump for it. Like it's crazy. Like this
Hey.
guy gets blamed for everything.
It's his fault that we got mad enough to go and record him and talk about him, and his name is getting out
too
because he's
popular.
being
Donald
Trump.
Trumpness.
No, facts.
Stop being Trump.
No, this is ridiculous. The excuses,
It has got worse.
and things that they have come out and said, it just never ceases to amaze me.
And the coverage, the irony is the people covering that
Yeah.
news thinks they're getting one up on Donald Trump while they're handing him a lot of votes because of the coverage.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been saying, I agree with you. I've been saying from the beginning, I actually think this trial is somewhat helping Donald Trump because it's keeping him off the trail and because we are not focusing on the stupid stuff
What?
he says on a daily basis. And that is helping him. On Biden, look,
So the stupid stuff he says, what does he
you know,
say?
at first,
So now y'all basically calling the American people stupid. Because
saying-
if he does stupid stuff and we still vote for him, then we stupid, right?
That's basically their
So that's what y'all saying.
That's
And
their
they're
logic.
saying that by him getting tried and going to jail, because the argument they always use is, you're going to vote for someone with all these felonies? Well, now that's actually helping.
Literally.
Nah, for real.
you know, at first it was people saying, we don't like our choices. What else? What third candidate? Well, no third candidate, no knight in shining armor appeared. Now I'm hearing people say, is there a way that in the convention they can change the candidate? That's not going to happen. I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm going to say it till the day of election. This is a binary choice. This is a binary choice America has between good and evil, between decency and havoc, between indicted.
So most of the American people are evil. Let's keep going.
And this is
though.
going back to the indicted, but I thought that was helping
America
them.
has. Between good and evil, between decency and havoc, between indicted in 88
This
counts
is actually sickening.
and not. I mean,
is
you know, they're
sickening.
both old. If that's what's keeping you at night, you don't up at
No.
night, you don't have a choice. They're both old, but only
not
one
that.
is an alleged criminal indicted in 88 counts. If this is what you
Alleged.
want for America. And I know there's a lot of young people who are frustrated. I was with two friends this weekend who are both Biden supporters, have kids who are 19, 20 years old and are telling me, oh, those kids, you know, are not going to vote. Well, if you don't vote because you're issuing a protest vote, you're going to wake up the day after Election Day with a lot of remorse if Donald Trump is the president for the next 4 years.
I don't think I would.
And I'm gonna,
So
Then
most
they
of
gonna
that,
look back and say that was a great thing.
I don't think I was.
If America votes for him, that means he got the most vote. Then I'm pretty sure America will be happy for who they voted for.
Yeah, they're making it seem
So
like
majority
it's
of
the
people
end
will
of
be
the world.
happy.
I think the 1.5% they talking about ain't gonna be happy.
I think that
If you
they
know
just
what I mean.
keep complaining about Trump, and they're like they just act like him being the president is the end of the world. Like I don't understand this
I don't
whole.
even think they believe that Biden's gonna survive that full.
Bro, there's no way.
President.
There's no way he wins another thing. I just don't understand how they get up here and just make it seem like Trump is
How
going to
he's
be the end of the
moving.
world. I
He
don't get
actually,
it.
his
They
memory.
just trying to make him look bad with
Actually,
them charges.
I'm sorry, there's Mr. He's the president. His memory might actually like stop working.
Bro,
I'm saying,
he
like,
might stop working.
Yeah, I know.
But like,
It's like
what people want? Their feelings or an actual good economy?
Yeah, man.
We
Who
don't
the
know,
hell
bro.
knows at
We
this
don't know.
point?
What do people want?
they're not worried about money though. That's the thing.
Trump
That's
said
why they're
stupid.
untouched.
He says bad things.
The American
Facts,
people
don't
decide what
care
happens.
He
about
says
your
bad
The
things.
American people decides what happened.
He
Not
says bad
Hollywood.
things. We ain't finna
president
end up
for
like
the next
Europe.
4 years. And I'm gonna, you know, and
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that people like me saying this to the kids doesn't work. We have to figure out a way to make it, and maybe you can talk
She
about
even
if
doing the
you've
Trump
got kids
hands.
that age. But there is not one group that these kids are protesting over that will be in a better place under Donald Trump. Whether it's climate, whether it's reproductive rights, whether it's Israel and Gaza, there is not one group that will be better under Donald Trump.
That's crazy.
All of us will be a
In
lot
fact,
worse off.
that's
So get
false.
off your
In
butts
fact-
and
In
go
fact.
vote.
Didn't Joe Biden?
In fact,
Yes.
the war didn't happen under Donald
Didn't
Trump.
isn't Joe Biden
Yes.
paying for it?
Yes.
Both sides.
Didn't Joe Biden
Yes.
close the pipeline out there that them workers off and shit and hurt the Indian Reserve land? Joe Biden did that. Joe Biden. What else she said? She said the border, all this stuff, environmentalism and all this
And
stuff.
didn't
man,
Trump
it's
get them to
nonsense.
sign a peace treaty?
It's nonsense, y'all. It's nonsense. I'm telling y'all, they don't actually believe this stuff. Somebody paid them to come and talk to make them feel important. Then they gave them a script and said, read this. This is what you're talking about today. And they just out there thinking they know what they talking about.
It's like
It's not even a script,
It's like
it's a
you're in
reader.
elementary. And somebody can't read, and the dude that can't read told you can't read. Literally, nigga, you can't read. No, when people actually lie about when you just race them. When people do stuff like that with sports, no, I actually beat you. Tell everybody that they beat you when you actually just beat them. Y'all ain't never had that.
Yeah, it's
That is the
blasphemous.
worst stuff
That is.
ever.
That's adorable.
And he won't admit it either.
Butts and go vote.
Look,
We will.
I mean,
We will.
I agree with
let's
sort
stop.
of what everyone is saying. I'm concerned, like Alyssa is. You know, when you look at these stats, it's very clear that Biden is actually worse off now 6 months from the election than Obama was, and that when Bill Clinton was.
That's
they
good.
had disapproval ratings that were pretty high, but his are even lower, right? So that
Nice.
concerns me. I also agree it's up to the American people. It's not up to the polls, and we are 6 months away. I actually do think that the criminal trial will matter because 71% of Americans have said if he is convicted, I care about it and he should go to jail. Something like 54% of Americans have said if he is convicted, I will not vote for him.
Well,
I think
announce
that's very
that. Don't
important.
cover it 24/7.
But
Just let us know.
But I think that's important, and
Y'all
I think
just
that's why
announced it
people
again.
are paying attention
Y'all
to the
talking
trial.
about it right
But to
now.
the Gen
Again.
Zers, I think the worst thing we can do is tell that generation that they're dumb, that they're misinformed, that they don't know what they're doing. Because I am raising 2 kids, and granted, it's anecdotal. It's just my house because we talk about politics at home. They are very engaged. They know the issues. They research the issues. They source the issues, and they're going to vote. They are not going to vote for Trump. They are not going to vote for a twice indicted.
They're not very
4 times
informed, are
indicted,
they?
twice
Y'all
impeached
really doing
loser.
the thing
They
y'all
are
just
not going to
complained
vote for him
about
because
seeing.
they hear their mother saying it all the time. So I think a lot of this has to do
They're
with
being
what's
led
going
to
on
the
in
slaughter.
home, the discussions that people are having in the home, and they need to tell their kids, you have to vote. It's your choice, but these are the choices. These are the issues.
Sonia,
And I
it's
think there are
important
those
to note,
conversations
though,
that
You hear
are
what she just
happening.
said? She basically just
Joe
said
Biden's never. I've never
parents
heard
need to
Joe
go
Biden
tell their
call the
kids
young
who to
people
vote.
dumb
She
and-
said my kids aren't voting for him because they heard me say not to vote for him.
No, I heard
So
her.
all the parents
I
should go
heard her.
do what I did.
I heard her.
Well, you just told us your kid's so smart and really told us how they're actually not that smart.
I heard her, bro. That
And they did all their
And
research.
she was just complaining about how they kept talking about Trump, and here we are doing what?
This show, I'm telling you guys, they don't actually think this stuff. You can just clearly see the lights on, but no one's on.
And I think those conversations are happening.
Joe Biden's I've never heard Joe Biden call the young people dumb and
But his
uninformed.
surrogates
Other
have.
people have.
Hillary Clinton just did that. She just did that. She spoke down to them. They don't know about this. They don't know about that. That's a bad move when it comes to this generation, because when you're saying that these kids at Ivy League schools, the acceptance rate is like 4%. They've worked their entire lives. They're very smart. They're very educated.
They're so
when you're
special.
saying they're dumb, they don't know what they're talking about,
Not with
that's
politics.
problematic. You don't talk down to this generation. You speak with this generation. And I think this generation could very well save our
In
country.
general, you also can't shame people and how they vote. This is where I get back to, like, I try to have respect when I talk to Trump voters, as hard as it is with the frustrations I have, but knowing that people vote on a lot of issues and going to them non-judgmentally and talking about what a second term would look like, or with young people. Also with the never Trumpers, don't shame them. They'll probably be with Biden, but talk about the stakes. I don't think shaming is a motivator to get people out.
I want to know what it's gonna look like.
Hey,
I just
Can
don't
you tell us what it
understand.
look like?
I just don't understand what Trump is gonna do that's so bad. Fix the economy.
Gas is $3.10.
Groceries are high as hell.
Oh, it's chicken high as hell.
How can and the problem is the prices are continuing to go up. So how do people think 4 more years of prices and everything going up, inflation up, being through the roof, renting being better than owning in all 50 states and things like that are going to be sustainable for a good future for this country, and think people who have to grow up and deal with that stuff are going to vote for that? I'm just lost. Like, can you guys just explain that to me?
They need to actually go talk to like everyday people, like real like people that live and go to a job. I don't know who they're
These not
talking
9 to 5 people.
Yeah,
man.
like
These are
when
LA
I
type
talk to
people,
people like
Facts.
that, I haven't heard Biden's name one time.
Ask the truckers.
These might be the privileged.
Oh,
this are the privileged.
I used to work sell insurance to truckers. They definitely not voting for Joe Biden. Every single one of them. The economy's
Nobody
bad right
is.
now. They had Trump hats and shirts. You know how they feel.
Man, y'all remember that Asian?
I work firsthand.
I always bring up that Asian man, but it hurts my heart when he said, Biden got in office, they changed some with energy, now I'm out of a good job.
Oh, you talking about the Uber driver that time?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, facts.
I remember that.
He had
Oh, I
came from
do
China,
remember that.
lived in California,
Forgot
came
about
to
that.
Houston
I
to
never
work
thought
in
about
energy. He had this crazy degree and experience, and bro was driving Uber. He was cool as hell though.
I never
Definitely
thought
tipped
about
him good. Good dude. But,
You don't remember?
No, I do. I know. I said I never thought about that. Like,
No, that was crazy.
How that actually happened to him.
He
Yeah,
told
that
us,
was
he
crazy.
said, because of stupid politics.
You know, it's crazy. I got picked up by a guy in the summer when I was in Kansas City on the way to the airport. He was an Asian guy, and he said, I like Trump. He said, we need Trump back.
Bro, when we met the guy we just met this weekend.
Downtown, yeah,
He
facts.
said all Vietnamese people love Trump. Come on now, bro.
Hey,
Come on
I'm
now,
telling y'all,
bro.
we out here
They-
really speaking to
bro.
people. People, you honestly, it surprises me when people come up to me and are like, "No, I love what y'all say," because you know these people demonize the stuff that we say and make it seem like it's so bad. But then when I meet people in
But they don't
person,
get no love,
they're like,
bro.
"Bro, I love it." Like you
Twitter
speaking real
exposed
talk.
it. Twitter exposed it.
Yeah.
Left stuff don't really get no love.
It doesn't.
I don't know if we're in a different algorithm, but it just doesn't. Like, you
No,
know,
I
It's dying out.
I see some people. I see some people who still believe
doesn't
this nonsense.
align with common sense. That's just what it is, man.
No facts.
Yeah, because when I asked a family member, now I think this is how you should base off who you're voting for. I asked them, how did you feel under Biden? How did you feel under Trump? They said, well, Trump, I had more money in my pocket. So I'm probably going to vote Trump. High five. That's all they got to be doing. It should be nothing else. It should not be nothing else besides how both economies was ran. Leave it at that. All that woo, all the other stuff, leave it alone. That's what I think.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, oh man, y'all let us know what
Yeah,
y'all think
man.
about these ladies. We got another video coming where someone cooks them apparently, so be ready for that.